You've come here, perhaps not out of curiosity, but because of a familiar feeling of heaviness that's weighing on your mind. Stuck. A good word to describe this feeling, right? It feels like time is still passing, the world is still moving, but you're standing still in one spot, immersed in a thick fog of sadness, anger, and confusion after divorce. Do you feel like you're going through an endless loop? Every morning when you wake up, the pain comes back as if it were yesterday. You try to work, try to smile, but just a moment of distraction, your mind is pulled back to the past. Are you going through days of emotional ups and downs? Sometimes numb, sometimes angry at the world for no reason, then sometimes sobbing in solitude and asking yourself, why me? Are you tired of not being able to understand yourself? Why do I feel a little better today, only to fall into the depths of despair tomorrow? Do you feel panicked, wondering if I'll be stuck in this state forever, that I'll ever be truly whole again? I want you to know that what you're going through isn't weakness, nor is it overdoing it. You're in a completely natural process, a psychological journey that everyone who has experienced a major loss goes through. The journey of grief. The confusion and chaos you feel is because no one has given you a map. We're not taught about the stages of grief. We're not told how to navigate it. We're just told to be strong and get over it. But how can you get through it when you don't even know where you are? Today, I'm going to give you that map. Together, we will map out the psychological journey of divorce grief so you can identify which stage you are in, and more importantly, so you know that each stage, no matter how painful, is a necessary step on the path to healing. You are not stuck, you are just navigating complex terrain. And with a map, you will find your way out. The journey through divorce is not a straight line, but a series of psychological stages that overlap and overlap. The most famous model of the stages of grief by psychologist Elizabeth Kubler-Ross is the map we need. Understanding it will help you normalize your chaotic emotions and give you a sense of control. Let's see where you are on this journey. Stage 1. Denial. This can't be real. This is often the mind's first defensive reaction to a huge shock. You may find yourself living like a sleepwalker. You wake up and forget for a moment. Then the cruel reality hits you again. You still check your phone for the familiar text, still cook for two out of habit. Your brain is trying to shield you from a truth that is too painful to absorb right now. You may still have a glimmer of hope that this was just a big fight, that the other person will come back, that everything will go back to normal. What to do at this stage? Be gentle with yourself. Don't force yourself to accept the truth right away. Denial is a necessary buffer mechanism. Instead, focus on the basics. Eat enough, try to sleep, go for a walk. Talk to a close friend, not to analyze right and wrong, but just to say, I can't believe this is happening. Admitting your disbelief is the first step to getting out of denial. Stage 2. Anger. Why me? When denial is no longer effective, the pain begins to rise, and it is often expressed as anger. You're angry at your ex for the broken promises, for the betrayal, for putting you in this situation. You're angry at yourself for past mistakes, for not realizing it sooner. You may even be angry at your friends and family for not understanding, angry at the world, at life for its unfairness. This anger can erupt at any time, anywhere. It is an intense and sometimes scary emotion. What to do at this stage? Don't suppress your anger, but find a way to release it in a healthy way. Scream into a pillow or write a letter, don't send it, to your ex, and pour out all your frustrations. Participate in intense physical activities such as boxing, running, going to the gym. Anger is a huge source of energy. Turn it into action instead of letting it eat you up inside. Remember, anger is a sign that you're starting to care again. You're starting to feel the pain honestly. It is better than the numbness of denial. Stage 3. Bargaining. If only. This is the stage of if only and what if questions. Your mind spins hypothetical scenarios. If only I had tried harder. If only I hadn't said that. If only I could go back in time, I would have done things differently. You may try to bargain with the universe, with some supernatural being, promising to change in exchange for a second chance. This is a desperate struggle to regain control of a situation in which you are completely powerless. What to do at this stage? Identify these if-only thoughts and gently pull yourself back to reality. Whenever the thought appears, silently say, That's the past. The past cannot be changed. The only thing I can do is focus on the present. Talk to a mental health professional or a wise friend. They can help you see that you're stuck in a thought loop with no way out and point you in a more realistic direction. Stage 4. Depression. It's over. Once the anger and bargaining have passed, you'll be faced with the emptiness and deep sadness of your loss. This is the depression stage. You may feel physically and emotionally drained, lose interest in everything, want to withdraw, feel utterly alone, and the future seems bleak. This is not a sign of mental illness, but a perfectly appropriate response to a major loss. This is the stage where your heart truly begins to heal by feeling the fullness of your grief. What to do at this stage? Allow yourself to be sad. Don't try to be happy. Cry. Watch sad movies. Listen to sad music. Embrace your sadness as a friend. At the same time, maintain important connections. Even if you don't feel like it, try to say yes to a coffee date with a close friend. Sunlight and fresh air are also effective remedies. If feelings of hopelessness persist and seriously affect your life, do not hesitate to seek professional help. Stage 5. Acceptance. It's going to be okay. Acceptance doesn't mean you're happy about the divorce. It doesn't mean the pain is gone. Acceptance is when you stop fighting the reality. You accept that the marriage is over and your life is different now. There will be good days and bad days, but you start to see more good days. You can start to think about the future without your ex. You start to make small plans for yourself. This is a stage of peace, of rebuilding your life. What to do at this stage? Start to rediscover yourself. Who are you outside of your role as a spouse? What hobbies have you forgotten? Try new things. Travel alone. Learn a new skill. Join a club. This is the time to rebuild your life, not on the ashes of the past, but on a new, stronger foundation, forged through storms. Dear friend, this map is not a linear path. You may jump back and forth between stages or experience several at once. That is completely normal. Its purpose is to let you know that you are not crazy. You are not weak. You are just a human being going through a deep, grieving process. Divorce is a death. The death of a dream. The death of a future that was once planned. Allow yourself the time and space to mourn. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Be patient, be kind, and trust in your soul's incredible ability to heal. The fog will lift. The dawn will come. And you will emerge from this journey not as the same person, but as a stronger, wiser, more whole version of yourself. And now, I need you to do one thing to begin your journey of purpose. If this mind map has enlightened you, helped you find your way in the storm of your heart, please subscribe to my channel. Consider this a declaration that I am no longer wandering aimlessly. I am consciously beginning my healing journey. Hit the notification bell because in the next steps we will have specific tools and practices for each stage. And finally, have the courage to leave a comment below, sharing which stage you feel most in. When you name it, you have taken back some of your power. Let this community be your companions so that you know that on this bumpy road, you are never alone.